Hey, this is Just Plain Jonah, and I'm doing a revisit on my Altoids Survival Kit with a few things I've added and changed and whatnot for it. So I'm just going to show you a few of the changes I made. I still have the paracord that I keep wrapped around it. It's about 9 feet of there, 7-strand, 550 paracord. A few feet of electrical tape. Keep that wrapped around the outside for keeping it watertight. You could also use that for a few repairs. On there, I just have it labeled survival tin. I don't know, just in case someone finds it and they're like, they don't know what it would be, and if they needed it. There is a few pieces of duct tape on the outside. You could use that for a few repairs. And then on the inside, here we go. This is, you can see a lot of different things that I have changed just from looking at it. Start off with, I have a telescoping straw. This you could use for, say there's like a muddy puddle or something and you need to let the water settle, and then you could drink the water off the top. Most straws wouldn't work, so I was pretty psyched when I found this. It's just telescoping, so it's longer than most of the ones that you normally see in kits like this. Piece of fat wood. I still have this from the other kit. I did think about taking it out, but instead I just cut it down to size, so it's probably about 3/4 the size of what it used to be. Have a good 10 feet plus of snare wire. Use that for catching rabbits, just any food. Just kind of more means of getting food plus the fishing kit. I have a few pieces of char cloth. I ended up replacing that with the cotton because, for one, it takes up a lot less room, and I think it's a lot more effective. It's wrapped in saran wrap just to kind of keep it as watertight as I can keep it. I have a little flashlight. It has a nice little switch on it. It's fairly bright. I replaced it. This replaced the slightly bigger LED that I used to have in here. It takes up less size, and then it also has replaceable batteries, so that's a plus. Here is a little Bic lighter. This is something that I also added. It's pretty good little lighter. As you can see, it's has a pretty nice flame on it. I also have the cut down size candle. This is still in there from the previous video. Nothing's changed with that. I have the sharpened pencil. Use that for just writing down notes of, say, like what plants you find are edible, or the location of them. A piece of paper that I keep folded in there to write on. This could also be used as tinder. If you can't find anything else to start your fire with, but then again, I do have the char cloth, so I have a artificial rub for fishing bait in case you can't find any form of bugs or anything to use as live fishing bait. Have a zip tie that's taped up, so take up minimal room. I have a small can opener. This I added. My main reason for having a can opener in here is, say you did come along some cans of food or something, and if you don't have a can opener or anything to open it, then those cans are no good to you. So it's, a lot of the guys say they're just a good thing to have. You can also use it. They're pretty sharp to I don't know, catch an animal. It's kind of a spare blade if you have to cut it open and gut it. I have the still small 2-inch ferrocerium rod. I do plan to get another one. This one's I've kind of practiced with, and it's in slightly rough shape. But it's a pretty good little rod. It works well with the char cloth, and it just takes a while to get used to. And I have the piece of hacksaw blade. You can also use that to cut through whenever you need to cut through, and it also doubles as the striker for my ferrocerium rod. It's very effective, works in any altitude. As you can see, it throws a good bit of sparks. It works in any altitude, any condition, any weather. If it's wet, it'll still work. I love those. I have a piece of chewing gum. This used for curbing blood sugar. I do kind of plan to replace this with actual bubble gum, because my main reason for having chewing gum in here, besides curbing blood sugar, is you blow a bubble, you have a bobber for your fishing kit. And this kit is obviously too small to keep a full-blown bobber in there, so that would be my second means, a good means of using a bobber. Right inside of 3 Band-Aids here, I have just a standard utility blade, a razor blade, and a X-Acto blade. Those are very, very handy. They're really sharp, but then again, they're disposable, so they only last so long. I do plan to make room for my my Ritter knife and Columbia River Ritter knife, and eventually replace maybe 2 of those razor blades. Band-Aids, these are good in case you get a scrape or something to help it so it does not get infected to keep the dirt out. And these, also the paper on them, you could use that also as tinder. Take up very little room. Some people say the Band-Aids are a waste of space, but I think they're very handy. I have 2 replacement batteries for the little flashlight. If it runs out of batteries, it's no good, so it's good to have replacements. Nice thing I like about these, they're very small little watch batteries, and they don't take up that much room. I have an abundance of safety pins. Those I also added to the kit. They can just be used for clothing repair, or even you can bend them to make a fishing hook for your for fishing. And I have a piece of heavy-duty tinfoil. This is about a 3-foot square that I keep in here. This can be used for boiling water, therefore you can sterilize water with it, but I do plan to also eventually add a water bag and water purifying tabs. So yeah, it's a pretty good piece. You could also use that for reflecting sun rays, so you can use it for signaling also. They could even cook food in it, but very handy, does not take up too much room. Have a knot tying card. This card just has tons of, I think it has 40 different knots and how to make them on here. Around it I have wrapped about 10 feet or so of twine. Have 3 split shot in here, and these are part of my fishing kit. Fishing kit, you can kind of see it inside. It's taped at the top of the tin. It's a paper clip, and you can also use that. You can sharpen it for a fishing hook, and it's a 20-pound test. Right next to that, I have a sewing kit with 2 magnetized needles and a few fishing hooks there. That's also part of the sewing kit. Have a book of matches, just standard paper matches. They don't take a whole lot of room, but I may eventually replace those. I have, besides that, I have 4 cut down to size waterproof light strike anywhere matches. And then the very bottom, there's a few more safety pins, and I think that's it. And I'll eventually get around to making another video once I do a few more changes. Thanks for watching.